Hey Timber Army, before I start this video, I'd like to point out that my Q&A is still up and running on the community tab, so if you guys want to ask some questions, then feel free to put it in the comment section on this post. Thank you, and on with the show. Adobe Flash. When these two words pop up in your mind, what do you think about? Maybe the gigantic library of Flash games that were so nostalgic to you growing up? Or maybe it was that Mario Combat game where you got to punch Koopa Troopas just for fun. Or maybe it was that Ultimate Flash Sonic game where you got to play as your favorite Sonic characters in a Sonic Advance-esque level. Or maybe it was those old Henry Stickmin games from the Stick Page website. Well, depending on how you look at it, some of you might have played a lot of Adobe Flash games, and boy, ooh, they were bringing a nostalgia trip, I tell ya. But ever since Adobe Flash went into its gravestone, I've been getting kind of bored. Thank goodness for Internet Archives and Wayback Machines, am I right? That's right, for this 3-part conk view, I'm going to be doing some Flash games. Now, there are many Flash games out there I could cover on this 3-part, but the topic of Flash games I'm going to focus on this 3-part conk view is Nick Jr. Flash games, because those are the ones I remember playing most as a kid, and they've been kind of stuck to me ever since. So without further ado, let's get started! If you enjoy this first part, then help a good conk out by hitting the like and subscribe button. I really need to bring up the Timber Army member ranks a lot more, and you guys are the only ones that can help me, so do it, because you're awesome. Anyway, let's get to the Flash game, shall we? So first up, we've got Singing Sunflowers. This was part of Nick Jr.'s Click Jr. series. Oh, I get it. Click Jr. Ha 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 ha. Move the mouse around to make the flowers sing. Okay, sounds easy enough. Oh man, what is going on? My eardrums! Oh, that hurts! It hurts! What is this monstrosity that I have created here? Alright, next game! Let's play Nick Jr. Take Care of Baby instead. Here's a good question, Timber Army. Have you ever wanted to take care of your favorite Nick Jr. characters with no charge at all? Then this Nick Jr. babysitting simulator is for you. So basically, this babysitting simulator has you taking care of 4 different Nick Jr. characters. We have Baby Blue, we have Baby Dora, we have Baby Little Bill, or as I like to call him, Baby Bill, and Baby Oswald. I don't know why, but there's something very cute but also very unnerving about this whole setup here. I mean, Baby Blue and Baby Oswald I just want to cuddle with, but the same cannot be said for Baby Bill and Baby Dora. I mean, I know it might be just me, but I feel like Baby Dora just staring into my soul is just very terrifying. Enough chat, let's get babysitting! Now you're probably going to wonder what the rest of this game is going to be about. Like I said, it's babysitting. You just give the baby what he wants depending on what his mood is. If he yawns himself to sleep, then just give him some nice tunskis to listen to. Well, aren't you the life of the party? Yeah! Tired of babies shivering from the cold? Just give them a nice towel to wrap themselves up in to keep them warm. I don't know why, but that's just so adorable. I want a Baby Blue now. Baby's crying and having a tantrum? Then make him twink his bottle. Yeah, that's right. Twink the bottle like you are. Baby straight up singing up a storm? Then just give him a nice soft teddy bear. Aww, why is that so cute? This is cuteness overload! So yeah, Nick Jr. Take Care of Baby is basically your very own way of babysitting all of your favorite Nick Jr. characters. If you wanted to. I mean, it does have a little bit of nostalgia to it, because I remember finding this randomly when I was on the Nick Jr. website when I was a kid, and yet it's still kind of enjoyable. I especially like all the little nods to the shows that each of these guys are in. For instance, as you can see, Oswald's thing that puts him to sleep is none other than the grand piano that he plays in the actual show. I thought that was a pretty nice nod to the actual show itself. Plus, there's no charge! I mean, I did find a few odd things when I was taking care of Baby Dora. For instance, why does Dora's baby bottle look like a ruler? And secondly, Why does Dora sleep sitting? I mean, isn't that kind of an awkward position to sleep in, Dora? No? No? Oh, okay, just saying. Alright, Flash game number 3. Super Duper Dolphin. Let's go! So what exactly do you do with this Super Duper sausage? Well, you give him a fish. And what do you do when you give him a fish? You get to do lots of tricks with him, like throwing a beach ball and then tossing it again. Or maybe this. Maybe some leaps. Yeah, you like leaps? That's what a Super Duper Dolphin does. He does leaps. Isn't that super duper? Or better yet, he can do lots of cool flips like an actual sausage. And then he can speedboat backwards like a boat. Yay, like that, super duper. You just keep feeding him fish and he just does lots of cool tricks for you. Some cool, some not. But hey, that's the life of a super duper dolphin. Especially when he can do lots of amazing feats. Yeah. Oh yeah, and by the time you quit the game, he just splashes you. Oh, come on. I put up for all of your tricks and you splash me in the end? How rude! I thought you were a super duper dolphin, not a super rude duper dolphin. Now let's move on to another Click Jr. game called the Nick Jr. phone, where you get to call some of your favorite Nick Jr. friends on this phone right here. Alright, let's give him a call. Must have left a message. Let's try Steve.
Well, hello. It is I, Sir Steve-a-Lot, the shiny knight of the Kingdom of Blue. It's really just me, Steve.
Don't test me with your chivalry, Steve. You know, I am not a very stable conk, okay? So you see, the Nick Jr. phone is basically another Click Jr. toy, where you can basically call any Nick Jr. guy, but it really doesn't go so well. I guess they probably leave messages because they don't actually want to talk to you. But, I'll leave it to them to decide. What was that? Oh, that's my phone. Hold that thought. Hello?
I'm pretending to be a mouse. What do you think?
Oh,
See,
Steve!
We're putting on a play later, and I get to be the mouse. You know something? We need somebody to play the part of the cow. You'd be great.
Yeah, I just left him a message. Okay, enough of this old Click Jr. boringness. It's time for a real game. It's Spinner the Space Kid. Woo boy! So Spinner the Space Kid is basically this game about none other than Spinner and his UFO scooter trying to help Miss Twinkle find her twinkle babies. And yet I do not want to know what those twinkle babies even are. Okay, I just don't want to know. So how exactly do you catch said twinkle babies? All you have to do is grab these little green balls of goodness by just running towards them. Hey, you were expecting nothing else? Well, you just have to basically run around from planet to planet collecting each of these guys. And it's a record-breaking total! Oh yeah, and there's also some brief intermissions where you have to guess some shapes from the twinkle babies you've collected, but that's not really important right now. What's more important is collecting more of those twinkle babies. I don't know why, but that's kind of disturbing. Anyway, in the circus level, you find this orange Goomba-shaped guy that keeps trying to steal your twinkle babies, because everyone knows that's evil. You stealing baby evil Goomba! So basically, you have to keep collecting twinkle babies, dodging evil Goombas, and best of all, you actually get to get some twinkle babies on the highway! Seriously, it took me a very long time just to get that one twinkle baby, because I kept bumping into buildings and the slippery controls kind of caught me off guard, but seriously, chasing that baby almost took forever.
Get back here, little baby! I just want to capture you! I just want to capture you really bad! Stop running away from me! I'm pestering you! Stop running away! Let's not do this! Get back here!
Although slippery controls aside, Spinner the Space Kid is actually a pretty decent Nick Jr. Flash game. I mean, it's fun, but at the same time, it also can be kind of challenging when you're playing it for the first time. I mean, come on! Those twinkle babies, they're faster than I imagined! Well, good thing you can easily cut them off right at that intersection in the highway level. Seriously, that's how I caught them. Why can't you catch them, Spinner? You're a terrible chaser! And thus, part 1 of my 3-part conk view is complete. We've gone through a lot of Click Jr. stuff in minor success, but still very noble. in part 2, we're going to be going to the big leagues now with some Dora the Explorer games. And maybe add a little bit of Blue's Clues in that too. Got it? Good. So, thank you guys so much for watching my first part of my 3-part conk review on Nick Jr. Flash games. And if you enjoy, hit like, subscribe, do all the things, because your Timber Army members are awesome. And leave a comment down below on what Flash game did you remember playing as a kid? I mean, for me, it was probably a Dora the Explorer game that I'm going to be covering in part 2. So come on, don't be shy. Put it in the comments below. I must know, okay? So this is Conkeldurr signing off. See you in the next video.